When it comes down to it, is being in sales the ultimate form of accountability? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about accountability. Now, here's the thing. I believe that sales is the ultimate form of accountability. I'm going to give you these couple of reasons. So let's say that you wake up in the morning and you have a sales call at 8. Well, it's your job to prepare for that. It's your job to be ready for it. That means that you have to have your presentation ready, your paperwork ready, whatever you're going to do to make that happen. You got to show up on time. And that happens from you being accountable, okay? You show up on time, you go to give your presentation. Now, you got a couple of decisions to make. Do I give the presentation the whole way? Do I give it the halfway? Do I go through all the things I'm supposed to? Or do I mail it in and go, everything's going to be okay? All right? Now you get to the end of the call. Do you kind of ask for the business? Do you maybe ask for the business? Or do you close the deal? All right, that's accountability. And let's just say, for the sake of this conversation, that you get to the end of the presentation, that you get to the end of the conversation, and the buyer gives you an objection or a stall, and it's time for you to follow up. Okay, well, what you're going to find is that follow-up takes time, energy, and effort. Let's put some quick math to this. Let's say that your presentation, your phone calls to get the client, being in front of the client wraps up to 3 hours total. You've been in that process for 3 hours. 3 hours, okay? And the math plays out roughly like this in most industries. It takes 5 to 7 times to follow up. And if you spend 5 calls at 3 minutes each, that's 15 minutes. So you spend a total of 3 hours with the buyer, chasing them down, giving them a presentation, a product demonstration, and now you won't spend 15 minutes getting a hold of that person to make a deal happen? I'm going to let you know, after working with as many salespeople as I have, most of your competition is absolutely lazy. Now, I know you're not, because you're watching a video and you're learning how to get better. You had questions about, are salespeople really the most accountable people on the planet, right? Which I believe they are. And so I look at this and I see different makeup salespeople. I'll go into a building and I'll look at, a closer, and most closers hold themselves accountable. They don't need somebody coaching them. They know that they need to make the follow-up phone call. They know that they need to show up on time. They need to know that they need to have their paperwork. They don't need somebody telling them what they need to do and how they need to do it. Now, conversely, the salesperson who struggles the most is the person who has the least accountability in their life. And I've seen this happen before, where salespeople will be like, hey, I'm a salesperson, and I'm like, okay, prove it. They don't show up on time, they don't have the right paperwork, they don't do everything they're supposed to do, and then, you know what they do? They complain that they didn't close the deal because now they don't follow up. Sales, absolutely, positively, 100% in my mind, is the best form of accountability. And if you agree with me, leave a comment in the box below. If you disagree with me, leave a comment in the box below. We'll have a conversation, right? We'll talk about it. It's not that big of a deal. But I see this a lot. I can instantly tell from somebody and their stories and their excuses and what they say about a call after they close it or after they don't close it, and how accountable they hold themselves if they are a closer or if they're a poser, okay? Accountability is a huge thing here. So the closer's going to hold themselves accountable, the closer's going to show up on time, the closer's going to have all their paperwork, the closer's going to do a presentation, the closer's going to ask for the job, the closer's going to follow up. The poser is going to leave it up to other people. And those other people around them and the other salespeople are going to take their lunch money. There you go. You got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button and click on it every time I send out a video. You'll get an update that says, Scott Bell Consultant sent out another fantastic video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.